Some would say, I think, that at the municipal level, you don't really have a hand in bringing about social change, but you do. Oh, you really do. Because at the municipal level, you're closer than anyone else in Canada to the people.
I've been around here a long, long time. And every time it comes down to leaf blowing, snow removal, parks cleaning, but it never comes down to the kids. And it should. We're hitting them in the back of the head when we take away food, when we take away their priority centers. And one of the members of the executive had the audacity to stand up and say, what's a loony, what's a toonie? If you have to ask that question, you don't know the face of Downsview, the face of Scarborough. And you don't know, and you don't belong here.
The opportunity presented itself in 1985 to run for council. I ran and won, and I've been the councillor in Downsview ever since. What kept me going was projects for my community. Jane and Shepherd was the poorest, most challenged area of my community. We built a beautiful amphitheater for the children to perform in, a state-of-the-art, award-winning library in an area that had never had a library. There was a 76% increase in the youth's readership. We built what is now known as the de Havilland Mossy Park. So Mossy Park has a beautiful playground, a water play area. And as part of the same development, the Aptus Center is a school for kids with autism. With a grant from the Weston Foundation, we built a greenhouse, a community kitchen. These kids will now graduate with a certificate in food handling. It'll give them something to hold on to and to have in the marketplace. At Keele and Wilson, Downsview Library became, well, it was put on the map. So I'm proud of that, very proud.
We were able to turn around the nutrition program cuts because people sent in these wonderful posters, especially from the Jane Finch communities. One school with 822 kids sent in 800 of them saying, please, don't cut these important programs. And we listened. We need to listen some more.
You look at the communities at Jane Finch, Rexdale, some areas of Scarborough. You look at communities where I grew up in social housing, and you see that over 90% of the inhabitants of those communities are people of color. That doesn't happen by accident. Our public housing communities are modeled on a system of exclusion, widespread unemployment and underemployment, widespread hunger and undernutrition. There's widespread lack of education and undereducation, a lack of supports for families and individuals. How can these communities not fail? If you don't want to spend money on prisons, penitentiaries, and jails, and in the policing system, spend it where humanity actually has a chance. Put it in childcare, put it in nutrition, put it in support of single moms, put it in housing, put it where it will do the most good. My hope for the City of Toronto is that sanity will one day prevail and that people will not be as anxious for one-upmanship. I'm hoping that it will become less partisan, more politicized, and I mean that in the larger sense of the word, that is to draw in more people so that people will see the political reality. I was challenging myself and my community the entire time, and the projects kept getting larger and more successful, and I still have projects that I want to work on. It's not over yet.